we'll start with a new topic, primary health care. So what is primary health care? Primary health care is essential health care made universally accessible to individuals and acceptable to them through their full participation and at a cost the community and country can afford. So this is the definition of primary health care. It should be universally accessible. Okay, everybody should get, each and every individual, and it should be acceptable to them with their full participation and with the low cost, so that the community and country both can afford this health care. So what is the nature of PHC or primary health care? It is prevention, promotive, curative, rehabilitative, and supportive care. Okay, preventive means prevention from the disease, and the second one is promotion of health, and curative one means cure from the disease, rehabilitative, after the treatment you are getting the rehabilitation, and supportive, the support from the family, friends, and other individual to the patient. So this is the nature of PHC. Next, moving to the elements of primary health care. First one, education concerning prevailing health problem and the methods of preventing and controlling them. So first element is you are educating the people regarding prevention of the disease and promotion of the health. Okay, and second one is promotion of food supply and proper nutrition. The patient should, or a person should get the proper supply of food and the proper nutrition. And third element is an adequate supply of safe water and basic sanitation. Each and every individual gets safe and wholesome water with the basic sanitation. Fourth one is maternal and child health care, including family planning. And fifth one is immunization against major infectious disease. Everybody is getting vaccination, right? So this is the one of the element of primary health care. That's the immunization against major infectious disease. And sixth one is prevention and control of locally endemic disease. So the community prevention of the disease means here the government or a primary health care taking charge to control the disease and to prevent this endemic disease by it should not spread in the local areas. And seventh one is appropriate treatment of common diseases and injuries. So the smaller injuries and the cut and some of the diseases will be treated in the primary health care. And provision of essential drugs. They should supply the essential drugs for the care of the patient. And moving to the important topic, to the principles of primary health care. So first one is equitable distribution. Second, community participation. Third, intersectoral coordination. Fourth one is appropriate technology, and fifth one is prevention. We'll see each one by one. First one, equitable distribution. Here, health services must be shared equally by all people, irrespective of their ability to pay. Okay? The health service should be distributed or should be shared for each and every individual, whether they can afford or not. Everybody should get the chance to get treated. Second, rich or poor or rural or urban must have access to health services, irrespective of the caste, creed, and religion, rich, poor, whatever. They should. Everybody should equal chance in the healthcare participation. This has been termed as social injustice. Okay, if it is not equally distributed, then it is social injustice. Primary healthcare aims to readdress this imbalance by shifting the center of gravity of the healthcare system from cities to the rural areas and bring these services as near people's home as possible. So the government is taking charge by shifting the health center from city to the rural areas, so that the each village people and everybody gets the healthcare services. Next, community participation. That is, involvement of the individuals and community in promotion of their own health and welfare is an essential ingredient of primary health care. So This is the main part, community participation. Here, the people will take care of their own health and others' health also. So that is what community participation. There must be continuing effort to secure meaningful involvement of the community in planning, implementing, and maintenance of health services, besides maximum health reliance on local resources such as manpower, money, and materials. Okay. There should be a continuous effort to secure meaningful involvement of the community in planning. So here, the people are planning, implementing, and maintaining the health services. Okay. They will give their assistance in the promotion of the health and prevention of the disease in the local areas. By overcoming cultural and communication barriers, they provide primary health care in ways that are acceptable to the community. So, irrespective of their culture and communication, the people will help in giving the care to the people. It is now considered that health guides and trained guides are an essential features of primary health care in India. So here health guides and guides are present in the India, that is in the village area. So they are the main feature or main elements of what we can call the primary health care. Next, intersectoral coordination. There is an increasing realization that HFE cannot be provided by the health sector alone. So only hospital management or hospital people alone cannot give the care to the people. So there should be intersectoral coordination. That means in between the organization, there should be coordination in giving the care to the people. So the declaration of Alma Ata states that primary healthcare involves, in addition to the health sector, all related sectors and aspects of national community development, in particular agriculture, animal husbandry, food industry, education, housing, public works, communication, and other sectors. So this every organization should coordinate each other in giving the healthcare to the people. That's what the Alma Ata says. To achieve such cooperation, countries may have to review their administration system, reallocate their resources, and introduce suitable legislation to ensure that coordination can take place. So here the cooperation is must. So the country can change their administration system, or they can bring new laws and legislation and rules and regulations, so that there will be change in the administration system and there will be a cooperation between the sectors. This requires a strong political will to translate values into action. Only the thoughts are not important, even the actions are required. So this is what done in the intersectoral coordination. Moving to the appropriate technology. Appropriate technology has been defined as technology that is scientifically sound, adaptable to local needs, and acceptable to those who apply it, and for those whom it is used, and that can be maintained by the people themselves in keeping with the principles of self-reliance with the resource of the community country can afford. So it is the usage of appropriate technology, which usage of technical field or modern technology or scientific technology in giving the care to the people. So this can be used in the institution, or some of the technology we can use at the home also in giving the self-care. This also implies use of costly equipment, procedures, and techniques when cheaper, scientifically valid, and acceptable ones are available, like ORS packets over house to house, sandpipe. Like ORS packets can be distributed, and over house to house, sandpipe connections can be given. Here, uses of scientific equipment or very costly equipment and procedures that can be used in the cheaper manner. So that's what in the appropriate technology comes. And the last one is the prevention. Here, primary prevention, secondary prevention, tertiary prevention comes. The detailed explanation will be taken in the next chapter, that is prevention. Okay. Next, moving to the services under PHC. What are the services available under the primary health care or primary health center? So first one is education. Here, educating the people about the problems and the methods of preventing and controlling them. So health problems and diseases, how you can treat them, what are the rehabilitative services. So everything you should give the education to the people. That is what called health education. Okay, that is the first service in the primary health care. And the second one is promotion of food supply and proper nutrition. an adequate supply of safe water and basic sanitation, maternal child health care and including family planning. This every care is given in the primary health center. Immunization against major infectious diseases, prevention and control of locally endemic disease, and appropriate treatment of common diseases and injuries, and provision of essential drugs. So that's what about the primary health care and primary health center. We'll see in the next chapter. Thank you.